welcome back to the Floor of the CME Group here in Chicago, Tuesday, December 20th. I'm Killer, and with Evan McDaniel at Sell Puts, let's get into the zone, folks, the CMZ zone. Let's not forget about our boy Wesley Haar at Stock Monster. So, Evan, we're seeing a sensational move today, a 3% up move in these equities. Is this sustainable? What are your thoughts, and where are we going for the rest of the day?
Sustainable, not really sure. Up at the 1230 level, I'm looking at that as an area to possibly take profits or maybe look to lay on. If you're looking to sell or fade this rally, that would be a decent spot to do it. You know, that's about 2.6% up from the lows yesterday. We haven't had any real definitive news to move us up. We've seen an ebb and flow of currency. We've seen the dollar come down, the euro come up. Some people don't agree with that being the catalyst of this trade, but it's something you have to look at.
Well, right, let's talk about that low, folks. We talked about this 11.98 in the SPOO, yesterday, and we went down there violet. So on the chart, we did test that. You saw some buyers come in, and I think what we're seeing right now, folks, is these low volume, high volatility holiday markets. And I kind of, use the analogy. It's like Pop Warner football. It's student body left, student body right. At the end of the day, I don't think these types of markets. Obviously, we're enjoying a little bit of a Santa Claus rally, but these types of market do unnerve people a little bit when you're having these types of moves, that uncertainty. And obviously, we're still looking at the headline, the policy trade out of Europe. That does persist, and that's not going to stop anytime soon. Do you have anything from Wesley Haar and the Stock Monster boys?
Stock Monster, Wesley Haar, my partner, we're looking at HOV to the long side, home building.
I think right now, you guys were positioning yesterday that HOV. Talk about that HOV.
Yeah, it was down on support. It was beat down name. It was just sitting on a level, flattened out. We knew if it was going to have a day like today where we have a good pop and risk back on, that name was going to come with it. So
9.5%, folks. Yeah. Not a bad trade.
So take profits when you can, not when you have to. Don't be greedy. But also, just look at it as caution. We see gold coming up today. We see crude coming up today, and we know how this market is almost like one big asset. So remember, it moves up together, it'll move down together. So just remember it's low volume.
For sure, and one other thing I'd like to point out in the Treasury complex today, we saw that 30-year relent about 1.5 points, came down to this 144.12, and I tweeted this earlier, but that 144.12 was a buying opportunity. But you want to keep your stops pretty tight here, folks. You want to cut down your size in these holiday markets, but remember these stops because markets are moving in a very illiquid fashion, specifically on that longer end of the curve, that 30-year. But 144.12, we just missed that, went down to 13, and you saw they bought those treasuries, boom, quick 10 ticks, and the S&P has not relented. So for the rest of the day today, I think we're going to see this come off, but I think the Treasury continues to look at, provide market leadership, potentially as a buying opportunity, because if we rewind all the way back to last April when that 10-year was at 3.75%, every time you've seen it surge, and relent continues to present a buying opportunity. So any other thing you want to add from the Stock Monster folks and Wesley?
No, you can take a look at, we've been focusing on the off ETN. Today you can take a look at on, risk on, see how that's performing. You can take a look and see how those two ETFs react with each other given the different market scenarios.
All right, folks, you heard it here. And one other thing for the rest of the day, you must remember, be the hammer
and not the nail.
Baby girl, I think we need to sit and talk, playing with my money, paper, scissors, rock, going up my